really sorry about that. The most important thing about manufacturing, you think it might be the machines, right? You think it might be the operations, it might be the skills, it could be the cool robots. It's really none of those things. The important thing about manufacturing is having the right culture. It's the singularity of mind and purpose in what we're building. One of our core values is that you have to care for something over and above yourself, whatever that is. The care for others, the care for our community, to be a good neighbor. For myself as a leader, like those are the things that drive me. That's my purpose, that's my mission. And I've connected with the other people who feel the same way. That's my community. So I'm here to talk about community today. What is community? I don't know. I'm not a sociologist. I'm just a musician turned manufacturer. It's really weird. But I am a huge history nerd, and I'm so sorry, students, but you are in for a history class, okay? So take notes. The best community that I can think of, okay, is Husker Nation. It's appropriate for teammates, okay? Best fans in college football, yeah, give it up for Husker Nation. Apparently there's only one person who feels that way. Where's Dr. Osborne when you need him? My God. In 1971, I heard stories about the game of the century against Oklahoma, right? I watched the 95 Orange Bowl against Miami, and even at that time, I hated Warren Sapp as a 10-year-old. I hated him. Anyway, 97 season, legendary. Were you there? Yes? Do you remember? Do you remember the catch against Missouri? The catch, Matt Davison? The national championship, we saved a perfect season. Have you guys experienced the 90s tunnel walk? Do you remember that? Yeah. Do you guys know Hail Varsity? Dear Old Nebraska, you guys, we sang the songs. We told the stories of Nebraska greatness, and Nebraska fans know exactly who we are. We are the best dang football program in the nation. You know that. Facts, guys, facts. So when things aren't going so great, we get mad about it, right? We're mad. But why are we mad? Because that's not who we are. We sing the songs, we tell the stories, that's not part of our identity. It doesn't line up with our culture and who we are, which is why Husker Nation still believes that we have the potential to be the best, and we're there for a single purpose, to cheer our team on to victory. Okay, we're gonna switch to music now. So, in music cultures, there is an individual who is the keeper of the keys of tradition, of history. And in West Africa, this person is called the griot, okay? There's similar people in other cultures, and this is the keeper of the keys. This is a sacred responsibility to sing the songs and tell the stories of the past. And these stories connect the past with the present to the future. These stories give that community its identity. This is really serious because identity is the foundation of the community. Communities have to know who we are. Communities give us shared values, beliefs, shared aspirations of what we want our community to be. We don't have to agree on every little thing, right? But the overarching dream of having the best football team, of having a safe community, of caring for our neighbors, all of these things are values. Different communities value different things. They have different stories, they have different songs, they have different contexts, they have different histories. And that's good. But if people no longer sing the songs, if they no longer tell the stories, if we start telling different stories about our community, then we don't have a shared identity anymore. The community is fragile, it's not strong, it's weak. So, this year, because I'm a history nerd, right, is the 250th year of the founding of our country. And I feel like we're all just kind of a little bit confused about our identity. We kind of forgot some of the stories, the songs. We have all kinds of versions of the story that has kind of broken us all down. And it hasn't really brought us together. And I think we all kind of feel that way. Okay, this is the point where my assistant looked at me as I was practicing. She's like, I don't think you want to say this. And I'm like, No, I think I do, and this is why, okay? Because I know it puts everybody on edge, but it's important, okay? So give me a chance. This is important. We have to talk about this. Okay, so the reason, and this is not political, I'm not giving a political message, I'm not trying to offend anybody, and if you want to talk more about this or decompress, I mean, I am up for coffee or wine anytime, okay? So, why does it upset people when we start messing with stories and songs and histories and everything? Why does it upset us so much? Because it hits at the core of our identity. What happens, facilitators, many of you know, when children lack identity? What happens? Anxiety, depression, external validation, unhealthy behaviors. What happens when a community lacks identity? Well then, external validation, somebody else gets to come in and tell you what you believe and what you think and what you should do. It destabilizes people. So it's really, really important that we know things about our identity. And so in honor of this 250th year, let me just tell you a story, okay? America, it's the greatest underdog story in history. Greatest underdog story. You know, nobody believed that America was going to win the revolution. Like, we kind of fast forward to 4th of July, yay, we did it, we're the greatest, fireworks, woo, right? No, like nobody believed, nobody put money on America. The French philosopher at the time, Voltaire, wrote in a letter, these colonies are bold, and their distance from England has given them habits of independence, but there are still people without polish, no unity, no experience in government, and they may resist for a time, and this is my paraphrase, but it ain't gonna work out. People were writing at that time, the army is terrible, they have no training, they have no resources, they're not gonna win, and frankly, you know what, even if they do, they're gonna fall apart, just watch. True story, guys, like nobody was betting on America. Oh, did we forget too? We are not only fighting against the strongest nation in the world, but they are literally the richest empire with like a super navy, and they're hiring Germans to win the land war. Insane odds. This is like crazy blockbuster material. But it turns into the biggest upset in like the history of the world. And it's like your favorite underdog like sports film. I don't know, pick one, I don't know y'all. Like Rudy or, you know, Bad News Bears or The Mighty Ducks. That's my generation, I love The Mighty Ducks. But you know, there comes a time when this riff-raff team of kids and underdogs, you start rooting for them and you're like, you know what? They can do this. Yeah, they got this. And that's what happened. We won the admiration of the world. So the Marquis de Lafayette, who you will know if you've seen the musical Hamilton, he's one of the groupies. He wrote, in France, after the revolution, I have seen enthusiasm elsewhere, but I've never seen so calm, so steady, so universal as in America. The American people are passionately devoted to liberty, but their passion is guided by reason. Courage is not theatrical, it's quiet, stubborn, patient, and it endures because, what do you think? Because it is shared by the whole society. It's the community people. It is shared, the belief is shared by the whole community. Another French writer said American character is marked by seriousness, boldness. They possess a confidence which produces courage and perseverance. And this disposition, formed by liberty and labor, gives them strength of soul, uncommon among nations. And this isn't us saying, oh, we're the best, we're great, or whatever. These are people from abroad who saw what we did and said, oh my gosh, like these people pulled it off because they were in it together. The community was strong. George Washington was a great leader, but the independence was won by the community of people around him. And guess what, too? We elected George Washington as our president, you know, by how many votes? Oh, all the votes. Because we were unanimous. When was the last time, like, the government did anything unanimously? Like, unheard of. The singularity of mind and purpose, the passion for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Conviction, optimism, courage. These aren't people who are like standing on the street saying like, give me liberty or honk if you agree. Like these are people who are like, give me liberty or give me death. Like the conviction. And you know what? I love the story. I think it's a great story. We beat all the odds. We showed the world together by passion and purpose. Can't be stopped. When I was living overseas, you know, and I would be talking about things with friends, and I would be talking about like oh, wouldn't this be great? Look at this opportunity, like for work or otherwise. Or what if we could do this? What are the possibilities? And the Europeans, you know what? They look at me and they say, like, you're so American. Like, the optimism, the belief that we can access opportunities, possibilities are endless. You know what? That's very American. And you know what? Other stories reinforce the stories, the songs, the identity of who we are. We can't forget. In 2015, there was an incident on a train in France where there was a guy with an AK-47 and knives, and he started attacking people. And these three men tackled this guy, treated the wounded, and saved so many people from danger at personal risk to their own safety and lives. And who are these people who rescued these people on the train? By God, they're Americans. And you know, this is part of the American story that has been true since the Revolution, right? Seeing opportunity, finding ourselves in belief, courage in the face of danger, especially when it's in service to others. And my favorite part, against all odds. Like, we gotta remember these stories. We gotta sing the songs, lest we really forget who we are. Let's bring it closer to home, Lincoln, Nebraska, right? Who are we as a community? What do we believe? I know who we are. I was born and raised here. I know, I've seen it. We're kind. We're welcoming. We welcome people from all over the world. We welcome them to come make their homes here. We welcome them as our neighbors. We help strangers. If you are stranded in the middle of a street with a foot pack of snow, 3 people will stop, get out their car, and push you to safety. I've seen it. That's who we are. And we have to keep telling our stories. We have to sing the songs, lest we forget who we are. So, for me, I decided to build an on-site daycare center because I believe every child, from the time they are born, should be able to access opportunities for learning that are going to set them up for success. I believe it with my whole heart. John Scritta knows that. And because I believe in it so much, let me tell you how many people said, well, it's expensive, and well, it's nice, but you know what? I found people who connected with that, who shared the same singularity of mind and purpose, and every obstacle that came that way, you know, oh, the zoning permits, the building things, these challenges, that challenges, you know what? We believed and we built it together because that's community, and that's what American conviction is. We believe, we band together, and we get the job done, right? So I ask you today, okay, this is the takeaway, and this is the participation part, okay? Do you believe, and not just like, yeah, I'll post about it. No, do you believe that every child in our city, our state deserves a shot at high school graduation? Do you believe that?
Yes.
Do you believe that every child in our community deserves a trusted and supportive adult, a positive role model in their lives? Do you believe that? And you'll know that Teammates is part of that community where we believe, which is why we give of our time, talents, and treasure, because we're going to make this happen. We're going to move the mountains because that's who we are, because that is our community that we're building together. And when we do these things, we sing the songs, we tell the stories, and this is the most important part of it, guys, okay? Where are you students? Raise your hands. Calling you out. Where are my students at? Oh, I see you, girl. Okay, students, this is for you. This is the important part. You need to hear the stories. You have to sing the songs because guess what? We're passing the torch off to you, okay? This is your game. This is your world. This is your community for you to build. And we trust you, and we love you, and we care about you. And we're so excited to see what you're going to do. And remember, please tell the stories to the next generation. Tell the stories, sing the songs, because it is a sacred responsibility. It'll keep the community strong, and it's what connects the past with the present to the future.